Yo, what's good on everybody? Need for Beats over here. So in this video, I'll be talking about a secret tip that I haven't heard anybody talk about except one post on Reddit that will make it a lot easier for you to gain points in Arena, specifically to get from Division 7 to Division 8. Now, the reason I really wanted to hit Division 8 was so I can participate in the FNCS, so I can do the tournaments. So what happened was I was stuck at Division 7 and I really needed to get to champs, and just the regular way of doing it, like W keying or playing my drop, it just wasn't working out consistently enough for me. So at that point I went back to the only way I know how to gain points consistently in Arena, which is to play the Storm. I made a video about this before. I will link it in the description about how you can play the Storm and literally just survive in the Storm in order to gain placement points. So I was as I was doing this method, I realized as I was moving up with the points, like 4,000 points, 4,500 points, it would take longer and longer to get those placement points. So I would literally just sit in Storm, wait for top 15, and then just die or just try to W key. But most of the time I'll just die. And what I thought, I was like, hey, let me try a different server, because I was just doing it on NA West and NA East. So I found a post on Reddit that said that for those that are looking to get from Division 7 to Division 8, go on the Middle East server. Now for me, if I go on Middle East, it's terrible. We're looking at 270 ping. But see, that doesn't really matter. Your ping could be 500, because what you'll be doing is sitting in Storm, the same thing, and not engaging any players, just sitting in Storm, waiting for Storm to start closing, loot up some heals, wait for top 15 placement, and then it doesn't really matter. So you're not going to be engaging players. I will show you like a replay from one of these games. I mean, this is probably a great example. I had a lot of these games top 15 right here. So those are all me just literally sitting in Storm. So these replays are ones right before I hit champs. So let me show you guys kind of how I did it. And the reason why it's better to do it on Middle East servers is, for some reason, on Middle East servers, if you sit in Storm, for some reason, by the time the second zone closes, so the first zone closes, the second zone closes, you're going to be top 15. So you reach top 15 placement a lot faster. Now, I'm really not sure why that is, but it was definitely true. Now, the other thing that it helps you with, especially at Middle East, not only are you going to get placement relatively fast, but you're also going to have really high ping. Now, if you have high ping, most likely you are not going to engage players, because you have high ping. You're not going to be tempted to engage players, so you're just going to sit in Storm and be really careful, because you know that if you get into a fight, you're probably going to lose. This is great practice for learning how to survive in a Storm, and also learning how to back off a little bit and play a little slower, right? So there's definitely, you need to have a good balance in between. But in our situation, what made me decide to cap my way from Division 7 to Division 8 is the fact that even when I was playing Division 7 normally, for some reason, I would still get champ level players, like players that are in champs division. Maybe the queue times are long or something, but I was like, well, if I'm already facing champ players, which is kind of unfair if you ask me, right? Well, then let me just farm to champs so that I can participate in tournaments and get more experience just in tournaments, regardless of how I do. So this method literally worked for me. This is the first time I've ever hit champs. And so you get about 50 points every 15 minutes, give or take, right? So you do the math on how long it takes to get 1,000, 2,000 points. I would recommend you guys get to 4,000 points normally. And then once you hit Division 7 with that minus 40 bus fare, you're going to have a kind of a rough time there, because there's a reason why there's such a big gap between Division 7 and Division 8, those 2,000 points. A lot of people They are good enough players to be in champs. They are good enough to compete. They just didn't put in the little grind to get those extra 2,000 points, right? So I thought that I really need to get to champs any possible way, even if it means sitting in a bush camping, because I want to be able to participate in those tournaments. So switch your server Middle East. Now another tip I can give you guys is, so I play mostly on Middle East, but you can also play on Asia servers. It's another decent one. You can test out different servers. You can try them out, honestly, just see which one's better. But I found most of them are about the same time. Asia servers takes a little longer, but definitely not as long as NA East or NA West. Now, I don't want to say the servers are bad. I'm thinking maybe the servers are just so much, there's so much more players on there that you get people that are actually in your division. You know, NA West, there might not be that many players, so the queue times are long, and then you get matched up with champ level players. So switch your server and then camp in storm like this. This is pretty much what I was doing, just camping in the storm. I literally sat in this bush until the storm closed, and then kept sitting until it was top 15. And then when it gets to top 15, then where was that? Right here. Then I just literally ramp up and just jump off, because at that point the storm is too far away and it's just a waste of time. So you just want to get the top 15, die, and then you have to kind of commit to that. You will be tempted to push players, but you realize very soon that when you die once or twice and you literally just lose those 10 minutes that you've just been sitting in a bush, you don't want that to repeat, so you're probably going to avoid it. And also the high ping almost forces you to really play that way. So I would suggest you guys do this if you want to get to champs. Now, you shouldn't look down on this method. Now, this is not how I play normally. Normally, I fight for my job, I fight it out, and then I'll rotate, you know, smart. I don't W key necessarily, but I do fight and, you know, hold my ground. But this is just for the sake of getting past those 2,000 points that you need in order to get to champs, so you unlock all those tournaments. So thank you guys all for watching this video. I hope it helped you guys if you're trying to get to champs. For me, this whole thing from 4,000 to 6K, it took about 14 hours, 16 hours. So if you split it up like 2 hours per day or even 1 hour a day of you just camping games, like just do 4 games, 15 minutes each, is about an hour. 4 games, 50 points each. You look at about 200 points. Easy to 100 points. You can watch some YouTube videos while you're sitting in a bush. I was doing all, you know, watching pro guides coaching lessons, workshops, and all that stuff. So it is kind of a pain, but once you just get to champs, it's like might as well just be in champs and face higher level players if you're so stuck in Division 7. You know, there's no point in just being stuck there forever. Just grind that up and get to champs. Again, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want me to make another video like explaining more about the strategy on how to be in the storm and survive the storm in different locations I go, let me know, because I haven't really seen a video like that. And yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Need for Beans out. Peace.